Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Wednesday topical video with us, British Fist.
Ka-ching!
I've been training, Mr. Parkin, been training all through Raw because I'm going to take down Terminator NG. I'm still going to be training right now through this video, but make sure you guys subscribe up above, like this video, and comment your thoughts on the topic at hand, which will be in the title up above, down in the comment section below.
And as you know, I am NJ. What's up?
Indeed.
And please make sure you contact us in the link in the description box below.
Yes, in this video we're going to be talking about a very well discussed topic in the YWC lately, and that is who is going to win or who should win at Hell in a Cell, and that is Ryback or CM Punk. Now I believe there are many different thoughts on this one. I know you're primarily for CM Punk winning at the pay-per-view. I am going to go kind of more against the grain in this video. I'm going to kind of pitch more for Ryback in this video. So it's not really going to be like a debate. It's just going to be us discussing points. You're going to be kind of more CM Punk. I'm going to be kind of more Ryback. So that should allow for a more interesting dynamic to this video. But what first thing you guys should do, who do you guys think should win at Hell in a Cell, CM Punk or Ryback? Please put your thoughts down in the comment section below, as this is pretty much what this video is all about.
And the thing about this is obviously with this, the Grime Show Raw come and gone, there was the fact that there was many ideas in the WWE on how they could change this match. It did not happen, so the match is going ahead with these two big wrestlers. But the big point is, like we just said, who's going to win and why?
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say, I think a lot of the people on the internet do not want Ryback to win this match. And I would just like to harper over to you for a second as to why you probably don't want Ryback to win this match, why you're more for CM Punk. I'm just interested on getting your thoughts on that first.
Well, the biggest thought about this is that the original match, original feud was CM Punk and Cena. Yes, we had seen it before, but the fact that it got cut short because of Cena's injury, I think it's a bit of a shame because maybe the WWE had a plan on building it up to the Royal Rumble, where the original plan was the winner of the Punk and Cena feud would go against The Rock. That's the reason why I think they still go with that after Hell in a Cell, but it's a bit of a shame that this came into the build-up. The second point is, with wrestlers who go for the main title, apart from the Money in the Bank issue, they normally are people who've had good feud, good build. Ryback could have gone against The Miz, which could have been an intercontinental run before he eventually, months later, got this opportunity to fill in for Cena or someone in the main event. So in my opinion, they're rushing Ryback to the top because of things that have been building up for many years now.
Yeah, and I kind of see your point there, and a lot of people on the internet have said, especially in the Raw comments and stuff like that lately, that Ryback isn't ready and Ryback hasn't been booked well enough. Well, let's face it, guys, Ryback has been running through everyone in about 2-3 minutes ever since he debuted in the WWE.
Jobbers.
He's been going through jobbers, yes, he's beaten guys like Tensai, he's beaten guys like Miz. But let's put it this way, guys. Ryback is the kind of guy, in my opinion, like similar to a Brock Lesnar, that looks like he should be in the main event. Now, I know he hasn't been, like, progressively made into the card, but let's face it, on Raw, who else other than John Cena could have realistically been a challenger for that title? No one else really stands out in my mind other than Ryback, which is why I feel he was put in the main event originally. Now, we talk about this big storyline with CM Punk and The Rock. Now, this is, I think, the first point we really do need to address in this video. Do WWE want, and this is all down to who wins here, really, do WWE want to get in the way of this massive storyline they have between CM Punk and Rock? I mean, CM Punk hit a fan and got away with it, and we all know why. It's because they want to do this Rock and CM Punk match at Royal Rumble. Now, will they want to get in the way of that by making Ryback win? I guess that is my first question, not just for us, but for you guys out there, which is why I feel you'll probably be more inclined to say CM Punk.
I really don't see the whole Rock thing being changed. I think WWE know Rock versus a CM Punk or John Cena is going to be a lot bigger, and the fans are going to want to pay more than Rock and Ryback.
And I think that's a point there. I mean, you know, WWE have built this matchup, and it would be a real shame, in my opinion, if after all that, then this would kind of get in the way. Now, there are many different points to this video and as to who should win. I think if you use that point, I think the match should, I think CM Punk should retain the championship. I really do, because you're trying to further on a much bigger storyline down the line that can draw more money going into WrestleMania as well. And I guess my point here is, I think both guys, and I think this is a really bad booking decision on WWE's part, in my opinion, both guys need the win, CM Punk to continue the storyline, and Ryback simply to continue his rise to the top. And they both cannot lose, in my opinion, which is why there have been many questions surrounding the way this match was going to be booked. And I do feel sticking up for Ryback here, as much as it would hurt CM Punk to lose the championship after 340, 50 days or whatever, imagine if Ryback lost clean to CM Punk, or even if he lost dirty to CM Punk, how much that would affect Ryback's build, and how much that would affect his, monster character that he's got right now.
Well, to be honest, I think if it ends unclean, which I think it's going to one way or another, or CM Punk gets to win via help or some way, I expect one of those two stipulations, just because, yes, I don't think it would affect Ryback at all. I think the fact that CM Punk had to cheat, or something had to happen in the match for him to beat Ryback, or for the match to end unclean, would have been the safest way to do this match, which I'm thinking, as with the Survivor Series, if they're not going to be involved in the Survivor Series match, they'll probably have a triple threat, because Cena by Survivor Series will be well enough to compete. So I expect maybe a possible triple threat match, just so Ryback gets his rematch and Cena gets to be where he's promised he's going to be.
Yeah, and I guess my argument for there is that I can see exactly why you'd want the match to end like that. You don't want to hurt CM Punk, you don't want to hurt Ryback too much. But the thing is with Ryback is, I think Ryback is a guy for WWE that, in my opinion, and I may be the one and only guy who thinks this, but he has to come through for WWE. And one of the ways they do that is if they're going to put him in this big spot, unlike they did with Del Rio, people like that, they've got to back up the push, in my opinion. If they've put him in that position to possibly win the belt, but if he loses, then you're kind of clearly saying, well, Ryback can make it to that level, but can't get beyond that level.
Well, that's my backfire to that is, with this point, yes, the fact is his first shot at the WWE Championship, I don't think he should be booked to win. I think if they book him to lose, unclean, whatever way they're going to do it, good. Because the Royal Rumble's coming up, and the fact he's going to be in the ring with 5 of the wrestlers, probably 6, how much is going to be there at the same time, then you could book him to look strong. Maybe not book him to win, or it could be the way to go. But the fact you can reinvent him or make him look stronger when it comes to the Royal Rumble, what happens at Hell in a Cell and probably Survivor Series is not important.
And it is turning into an argument now, because this is my back point. Brock Lesnar, do you think, even though he had much better build than Ryback, of course, do you think he would have been as big of a deal in WWE if he didn't beat Rock on his first title defense? Do you think, look how much not winning the World Heavyweight Championship did to Del Rio's character, because he didn't win it when he was probably supposed to win it at WrestleMania. Those were examples of guys that had the title shot as the first opportunity, and they both should have won, and only one of them did. You look at Brock Lesnar, he went on to become a star for the company when he was built up more correctly, of course. Yes. And Del Rio ended up being potentially now a mid-carder because he lost his first title shot.
Well, Brock Lesnar, I think, yes, he won his first championship match, but before he won it, beforehand, he did not go against loads of flipping jobbers. He did not suddenly get pushed dramatically. He was built up in a way that fans were like, Brock Lesnar against The Rock, a match I want to see.
For 4 months, though, since he debuted in WWE, then in August,
But during that time, he did a lot more than what Ryback's done. Ryback's been pushed straight to Punk just because of Cena's injury. So, in my opinion, Brock Lesnar was a lot different to how Ryback's been booked.
And there are arguments for that. Ryback has essentially gone through jobbers. And I must admit, I was for the slow, progressive build for Ryback, giving him progressively increasing opponents. But at the end of the day, who else could have faced Punk? And let's face it, would you agree or would you not agree with me that Ryback is probably the most compelling opponent for CM Punk right now, in terms of the fact that you really do feel that Ryback could actually really beat CM Punk and that he's an actual legit threat? Plus, let's face it, who the fuck wanted to see John Cena versus CM Punk? Again, at least Ryback versus CM Punk is a new match. Now, we're kind of going off the topic here because we should be talking about who should be winning this match. But in my opinion, if Ryback loses this match and he's put in that position and he loses his streak, well, he is in the process right now of being made into a star by WWE. And in my opinion, and it may just be my opinion only, if they don't capitalise on this, if they put him in that spot, Vince McMahon has obviously got loads of confidence to put Ryback in this spot. But if he loses, it will really, really hurt Ryback a lot, in my opinion, in the long term when they're trying to make him into this big star.
That's why I think it should end unclean and probably have a triple threat, because Ryback does not possibly need to be pinned in the triple threat. I just don't think Ryback should win, because, again, there are many people, as much as Ryback's over and that, there are many people who don't want to see him as the champ just yet. There's many people who don't like Ryback. So I think right now, just the fact that he's jumped from jobbers straight to the main event, I think it'll be pretty strong, wrong idea to make him the champ.
And I guess the question really here for Vince McMahon, I guess in the long term, would you rather try and maybe legitimize a star, or maybe possibly with this WWE Championship run, or would you rather further along a bigger storyline which could probably draw you a lot more money short term, but may not long term, in my opinion? I don't know. I mean, I'm all for CM Punk winning, don't get me wrong, and I think Ryback has been put in this position way too early, and it is Vince McMahon's own fault that we're having to discuss this and talk about the booking, essentially, because I, like you, think it's going to end unclean. I don't think for a second Vince McMahon is going to have Ryback lose clean, in my opinion. But it's Hell in a Cell. There's no disqualifications. There's not really much you can do with the finish, is there, really? Apart from interference, for example, or CM Punk maybe runs away. Or...
Well, with Hell in a Cell being a concept that is weekly used now, I do expect something to happen unless they're going to give CM Punk the win. But if CM Punk does get the win to end this feud or matchup, I still think Ryback has a chance to grow, especially with like Survivor Series current week have a big part there. Royal Rumble way could look strong there, and his booking could continue to grow. Just because he's lost from quick booking, I don't think it will damage him too much.
And that is true. You could look at it more in the long term as if. But the thing is with Ryback is he's not like any other character. He's on a streak right now. Now, if he wasn't on a streak, I would say he could lose this unclean and it wouldn't be affected too much by him. But we saw with a guy like Goldberg. Now, Goldberg in WCW was fantastic, exactly, because he had the streak. Now, if Ryback, and they've alluded this many times because you get the Goldberg chance in every single Raw, it seems you get now. They've alluded to the fact that this guy is on a streak, and we all know what happened to Goldberg after he lost the streak. So, when you're ending this streak too quickly for Ryback, which will be my opinion, if you're ending it right now, essentially, rather than maybe doing it for a year or whatever, then in my opinion, it's really, really going to affect the shelf life of the character. And who else in WWE right now do you feel is going to go above and beyond where you feel Ryback is going to go? I think that is my question there. I'm looking at it kind of more from a long-term, making a star standpoint, really.
Well, at the minute, the WWE are putting all their possible main eventers in tag teams or elsewhere, so that in a way they're preventing the future from going. So yes, Ryback is there one to work with, but it does not change the fact that he's in the main event when he could have been built up through the mid-card. Instead of jobbers, the mid-card first, and they're just pushing way too fast. And to be honest, if this push doesn't work out, if more people go against him, don't like him, this could backfire really hard on Ryback. Or should I say, Skip Sheffield.
Or, yeah, who was Skip Sheffield, essentially. And you do have a point there, you know, people may not necessarily be behind Ryback right now, but it's a really interesting question, in my opinion. Who should win at Hell in a Cell? Should it be CM Punk, or should it be Feed me more! Feed me more! Feed me more! And we'd like to get your thoughts and opinions down in that comment section below, of course. If you have any closing remarks, NJ, this is your time to do it.
This is the Hell in a Cell's main event. As Hell in a Cell is not a huge pay-per-view in my opinion, because I don't really agree with the pay-per-view itself. It's going to have some big drawing point or something big ending, because you're not just going to have, let's say, CM Punk's over Ryback over Punk. I expect something bigger to happen. Fingers crossed, because I do hope for surprises at this pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I must say this. It will be very, very interesting, if nothing else, to see how Vince McMahon, who we know really likes Ryback, it will be interesting to see how they book this match. And that is the one thing I'm quite interested in seeing. It's not really the storyline. It's more, how are they going to book Ryback in this match? You know, that's what I'm thinking of right now. But like I said, that has been it. From us, we've discussed this many times now, and we've gone back and forth as well in what I feel was a very productive argument. So who do you think should win at Hell in a Cell? Should it be CM Punk or Ryback? Let us know in the comment section below. I've been Daniel Parkin, and this guy is going to provide you an outro. Well, his name is NJ, everybody.
Thank you very much, people. This is going to be a pay-per-view that's going to step up to the bigger pay-per-views. But for Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, YouTubers, goodbye.